immediately I had a vision. The Lord pulled back this natural veil, this veil of humanity, and allowed me to see into the spirit. And in this vision, I saw my life over the last 10 years being played out before my eyes like a movie reel, like a trailer. I saw the significant points of my life, the significant events, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, the peaks, the valleys, the failures, the successes, the victories, the defeats, everything over the last 10 years of my life. I saw it being played out in front of my eyes like a movie reel. And then I sensed or perceived what I know now to be the presence of God. Now, I didn't see God, but I sensed the presence of God, and God was sitting at a table, and he was also watching this movie reel of the last 10 years of my life. And on that table was an hourglass, and that hourglass was running. And my life was, this movie reel of my life was playing. The hourglass was running, and the time ran out. And he flipped the hourglass over. And it continued to play, and the hourglass continued to run, and it ran out, and he flipped it over the second time, and the vision was over. And as I came out of that trance-like state, I asked the Lord, I said, what is the meaning? What do you want me to get from this vision? And it did not take me very long to ascertain what it was that God was trying to convey to me, the message that he wanted me to get. Of course, the hourglass represented time. The hourglass running out represented time elapsed or time ran out. Okay, my life being played before me like a movie reel the last 10 years represented for me purpose delayed. The only consistent thing in my life over the last 10 years has been inconsistency. Ups, downs, successes, failures, 5 steps forward, 6 steps back, 4 steps forward, 3 steps back. You know, the merry-go-round, whether it was self-inflicted or inflicted by men that I served under, people that held me back, did not value me, did not value my call, did not value my ministry, things that were inflicted upon me by other people, other situations that I had nothing to do with. Whatever the case may be, there has been a delay, a purpose delayed in my personal life over the last 10 years where my purpose is concerned. But thank God that God was also present in this vision. And what God continued to do was turn that hourglass over. What was he doing? He was giving me more time to do what? More time to step into my purpose, more time to actualize my future and actualize my purpose in him. And what I gathered from that vision and what I gathered from this foundational text is, listen, time and purpose are inextricably connected. What did Jesus understood this? What did Jesus say in John? He said, I must work the works of him that sent me. While it is day, the night cometh when no man could work. The Son of God understood this concept. He understood Jesus was purpose driven from the day he was born to the day he died. You found him at age 12 asking questions and answering hard questions with the Pharisees, the Sadducees, and the doctors and the people that had spiritual PhDs. He was asking and answering questions. When his parents came, the Bible says they went a journey of 3 days before they recognized that they didn't have old baby Jesus with them. They went back and they found Jesus in the temple asking and arguing with the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and she said, why have you done this to us? And he said, do you know that I'm about my Father's business? He was about his purpose at the tender age of 12 years old. That's why young people, if you're here, you're not too young to realize your purpose. You're not too young to find out what God has called you to do. I knew I was called to ministry at the age of 13, 14 years old. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were teenagers. Daniel was a young man when he was in the lion's den. You're not too young to realize your purpose in God. Jesus lives in the spiritual realm. Jesus is in your past, he is in your present, and he is currently right now in your future, because time and distance does not exist in the spiritual realm. That's why Jesus is the same today, yesterday, and forever. That's why Jesus could say, my words are spirit and they are life. The words that Jesus had, they transcend time. They transcend this natural realm. Jesus' words impact the eternal. They impact the spiritual realm where time does not exist. What God does when he gives you a miracle is he reaches from eternity into time and alters your situation. He's just that bad. So with that train of thought, with that school of thought, let me ask you a question. Where is your miracle right now? Where is your future right now? Where is your purpose in God right now? It's in the spiritual realm. So with that said, if 1 billion of 1 billionth of a second is the furthest that we can divide time, and once you get past an attosecond, 1 billion of 1 billionth of a second, you've reached the spiritual realm, then that means you are perpetually 1 billion of 1 billionth of a second away from your miracle. You are perpetually 1 billion of 1 billionth of a second away from your future. You are perpetually 1 billion of 1 billionth of a second away from your purpose in God, away from apprehending, ascertaining, understanding, receiving, and walking in your purpose in God. You are just that close. Your purpose in God is closer to you than the very breath that you're breathing right now. You got to understand that those people that pursue their purpose are people that understand the value of time. But people that do not pursue their purpose in God, do not reach or try to attain or apprehend their purpose in God, they do not understand the severity of time wasted. Time wasted is a severe crime in your life. Ask me a question. Did Jesus curse the tree? And I looked at what Jesus' reaction or his answer to the tree. He said, no man shall eat fruit from you hereafter. Did he say, I curse you, tree? He just said, no man shall eat fruit from you hereafter. Let me ask you a question. What is the purpose of a tree? A fig tree. To bear fruit. What is the purpose of an apple tree? To bear apples. What is the purpose of an orange tree? To bear oranges. You get my concept. The purpose of this fig tree was to bear fruit so men could eat. So did Jesus curse the tree, or did Jesus curse the purpose of the tree? If the tree's purpose is to produce fruit, and he said no man shall eat fruit from you hereafter, what in essence did Jesus do? He did not curse the tree. Jesus cursed the purpose of the tree. And when he cursed the purpose of the tree began to wither and die from the root, from the very essence of the tree. The third thing that you need to know about purpose is that where there is no purpose, there is no life.